What's up, guys? It's your girl Riva, and I'm back again with another video. If you're new to this channel, hi, my name is Riva. It's very nice to meet you. Before we get into this video, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. And as I always say, make sure you guys leave your comments in the comment section down below. It does not matter how you feel about this video. We all want to talk about it. Also, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's at RIVAH_JORDON. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this video. As you can see by the title, I don't know how this conversation is going to go, but let's just go ahead and jump right in.
We're talking about a topic that's a little controversial.
That's my favorite topic. Go ahead.
So, Rico, let them know.
The topic that we're going to be talking about is why should a woman propose to a man? Which, I mean, you kind of already know how I feel about this. You know, I definitely believe that women should propose to a man. Or a man should propose to a woman too. But I think that whoever wants to get married should be the one to do it. 9 times out of 10, women want the man to marry them. I don't really see, like, a man pressuring a woman to get married often. I really see women pressuring men to marry them. Oh, you want a family? Oh, you want to do this? I need a ring. I need a house, I need a ring. Well, if you really want a ring that bad, why don't you take the initiative? So I think that a woman proposing to a man is just more empowering for a woman, if you ask me. She's going to be the one to say, now we're getting married because I want to take it to the next step. Instead of sitting back and waiting for a man to be like, okay, fine, I finally want to marry you. And 9 times out of 10, a man just only marrying that girl to get whatever he wants next. If he wants a family and she's not going to let him have a family, like my best friend wants a family. His girl would not allow him to pursue that with unprotected sex until she got a ring. So he was almost forced to engage her just so he could start his family. But to me, that sounds nutty because if you really want him to marry you that bad, why don't you propose?
Okay. So,
my head hurts. Hold on, Miss Lady. Rico, what? I'm at a loss for words. Absolutely, positively not. Okay? Absolutely, positively, no. No. First of all, for the woman who is saying, okay, that she's in a relationship with this man and she's saying that, she wants to, have commitment before she is bringing a child into the world, I say kudos to her. She does not want to be a part of the cycle. She doesn't want to be another statistic if it doesn't work out. She doesn't want to, just bring a child into a situation that she's not married. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with her having a standard over her life, especially when it comes into bringing a child in the world. Maybe that's not how her family did it, or maybe it is how they did it, and she just has a certain standard. So I don't see anything wrong with that. But for a woman to propose to a man, okay, that is taking the place of what the man has control over in the relationship. So she is controlling, who has access to intimacy. She is controlling who is going to be brought into this life, into this world. And she's also going to control the pace of the relationship. Okay, so if you're in a relationship with a woman and, you're giving her that authority, like, oh, if you want to be married, why don't you propose to me? And why don't you tell me when we should get married? She's the one that's in control of the entire relationship. She's the one. I mean, if a man feels comfortable with taking a backseat and, she's the one who's going to be running the whole relationship, then take that advice. But for me, I don't think that makes any sense. And another reason why I don't think that makes any sense is because, there's a certain validation that you're getting from the relationship when a man is the one who is saying that he wants to spend the rest of his life with you, and it's not dependent on you making that decision for him. Because worst comes to worst, first argument you get into, he's going to say, well, the only reason why I'm married to you is because you're the one who wanted it. And that's gonna hurt like a knife. Okay, that's gonna be a very, very hurtful resentment that's built from that man's perspective.
I see where your mindset is at, right? But I'm gonna tell you like this: for a woman to be the one to propose, she's the one giving off that masculine energy, like we
Right.
talked about a couple weeks ago. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I
There
feel
is.
like women also value
There is a lot of things that's wrong with that.
tradition. That's how it's been done for years. And also, it's okay for a man not to want to get married as quickly as women because, like you said, women are always waiting around for the man to propose. But you have to be on the same page. If the woman feels like the man isn't ready yet, I feel like they're not going to be like, okay, well, I'm ready. Will you marry me? And be in like this weird situation where they don't even know what the answer will be.
I mean, look,
And that's a great point because as a man, your girl want to marry you, right? Like she wants to be with you. She's like, oh, maybe dropped hints or maybe you guys have had conversations about it, and where she stands, and for a fact that she wants to be committed to you for the rest of her life. The other way around, you can't force a man to want to be committed to you. You cannot do that. So I agree with that aspect of it either. Although I think that there's a million things wrong with this, I agree with that aspect of the fact that, like, if he's not taking that initiative, why would you go, for a lack of better words, go nuff up yourself and go put yourself in that position for you to be heartbroken because you're trying to impose your feelings and your beliefs and how strongly you feel about a situation onto this person who is not ready to make that step with you. I think that's absurd.
I'll be honest with you. In today's world, women pressure men to marry them. That's what happens. Women pressure men to marry them so that way, I don't know, I can't speak why women do that.
I feel like it happens a lot, but don't say in today's world. Like it.
I mean, it's been happening, but here's my problem, right? You bake and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But you can't have your cake and eat it too.
Oh, I can.
But here's my problem with it, right? Women value tradition when it's in their benefit. So they value tradition when it comes to a man having to propose to them, but they won't value a traditional man when he says, "Hey, you gotta sit in the house and cook and clean." So, like, you can't pick and choose the parts of the tradition that you're going to stick by and stand by. If you're going to be open-minded, you have to be open-minded to all.
But what about the tradition or just the roles that the woman is supposed to be pampered? The woman is supposed to be taken care of.
She is taken care of.
Okay, yeah, but then she wants to be the one to be surprised with this question in a grand way. Like every woman wants that.
I don't even think women even get surprised about marriage nowadays.
Okay, that could be true because before a marriage proposal, I feel like every couple has to have a conversation to know whether they're even going towards that. Mm-hmm. So maybe it's not so much of a surprise, but it is the gesture. It is the grand gesture that they're being proposed to. Someone is getting in front of me on one knee, holding out a beautiful ring. Every woman desires that.
Yeah, well, what if
I mean, and regardless of the need, regardless of the flowers, regardless of all of that, just the fact that a man is approaching you and saying, like, yeah, you're that one for me, that's like an undeniable feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's something that you would feel the ultimate validation from your man. And if you're the one who is doing that, you're just grab his manhood and just hold it in your hand. And guys, if you have the same standpoint that you feel like this should be okay, then you just go ahead and just give your manhood to her, because you're not gonna be able to tell her nothing, because she's running everything. Like, she's literally gonna be in charge of and running everything, single thing. Like, you're not standing on your two feet. Like, is this, like, you're just going off of somebody else's vision for your life, and as a man, as the leader, you're supposed to be the one that is in the driver's seat of that. So if you're just kind of going with whatever your girl is telling you is right, and whatever time frame that she's telling you is right, I mean, she is the one who's running everything. Role reversal.
Desire my woman going on both knees.
Both.
Because I wouldn't want her to be on one knee. Honestly, if a woman was to propose to me, the way I would see that it would look like is she would be on both of her knees or some type of sitting down gesture. And, you know what it is? Here's my thing, right? People take tradition and they only take tradition from the...
Child, let me tell you something. These modern women how done changed the scope of everything. Okay, they changed the scope of everything. Like, the men are saying, oh, well, you don't want to be a traditional woman, then you should propose. Oh, well, you don't want to be a traditional woman, you want to work, right? Oh, well, if you don't want to be a traditional woman, then you should do this and then you should do that. Like, what? Like, what? Oh, well, you're open-minded, you should be open-minded enough to, like, propose to a man. And it's like, no. No. No, 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 no. A conversation about, the trajectory of the relationship, kind of knowing what you're working towards, very vital. Very vital from, like, early, from the beginning. Okay, to know what's going on, what's up within the relationship. But to take that stance, I'm definitely traditional in my thoughts of how relationships go, and I just don't think that makes any sense. Personally, I've seen it done. I've seen people do it on social media. I've never seen it in real life. I've only seen people do that on social media, and I've never even seen that situation turn into an actual marriage. Just being real, I've never seen that person that got proposed to turn that into a real marriage. Like, they just be staying engaged for a long time because he's ultimately not ready for that step to make. And why would you want to propose to somebody who you're not sure if they even want to be with you for the rest of their life, or if they're not ready to make that decision? Like, that takes the whole beauty of the situation away from it.
Romance era, but they don't go before the romance era and take that tradition where the king was getting bowed to. So if I believe that I'm a king, I don't find no wrong in a woman bowing down to me, especially if I have to provide for her the rest of her life. I gotta go out and
bowing down to, showing admiration to, even esteeming. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that as a man, feeling getting that sense of appreciation and, again, esteem and respect from your woman. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. However, it's also very vital that you know that this woman is working on your accord. Okay, she's moving at your pace. You're the one who's holding that standard. She should be following you, okay, and following your leadership. Respect for a man is following his leadership. It's not, forcing him to do this because you want him to. He's not trying to level up, and he's not doing things for you. Okay, you should be understanding and trusting him. That's a big signal of the trust that you're going to have for him within the relationship.
I gotta make all of these sacrifices to make sure that she and our family is taken care of. I just can't get that one grand gesture of appreciation.
You know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I knew you were gonna go that route.
Yeah,
this whole king.
You know what I'm saying?
I knew that as soon as you said on both knees. Because what do you think this is? This is not slavery. Like,
it's not. But women get on both knees to please me anyways. So what's the difference?
Oh, sexually, there's a difference though. Like, we're both trying to please each other equally in the bedroom.
No.
But I feel like, yes.
Now when she's on her knees, there's only one person getting pleased.
That's a different conversation. That's a different conversation.
Like, if she's on her knees, I'm the one getting pleased. She might be pleasing herself because she's a pleaser, and that turns her on, right? But what I'm trying to say is she gets on her knees anyways for other things.
But why?
So my thing is, this is nothing that's a shock. This is nothing that's new. When there's two women in a relationship and they get married, there's a woman that proposes to the woman.
No. Okay. No. We are not talking about any other kind of relationships. We are talking about him being in a relationship with a woman. Okay? And even him just trying to use the symbolism of two other women who are in a relationship and one person is proposing, that's even further proving his point, because one person is taking that masculine role and one person is taking that feminine role. Okay, so he is proving he's proving the point that doesn't make any sense. That does not make any sense. There are certain things, like, listen, if you're an open-minded person and stuff like that, kudos to you, shout out to you. Like, I'm not, saying anything about how other people want to do things. But when we're talking about, like, traditional versus modern, like, this is the big difference. Like, sometimes people take things a little bit too drastic. Like, sometimes people take things to a whole nother playing field that is just, I think, is just mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. Like, respect, esteem, admiration, all of that. And, like, again, I have to say, like, this is what these, quote unquote modern women who are so, down for this and down for that, like, and ready to take charge and taking the reins, and I don't need a man for this, and I don't need a man to do that, and I can do battle by myself, and I got it, and I can handle it. Like, this is the reality that you're creating for yourself. Like, this is the reality that you're creating. It's a woman that has ultimate respect for you and ultimate esteem and treats you like a king, great. Shows gratitude to you, great. Does not mean that she should be in charge of when that relationship is going to excel. No. Ultimately, no. And even the example that he used of his friend, that, he wants to start a family with his girlfriend, and she's saying, well, I'm wanting, to be married before that happens, and he's meeting up to that standard. That's having a child with somebody is a lifelong commitment. So if she's asking for a lifelong commitment with that lifelong commitment, that makes sense to me. That sounds like two mature people having conversations and saying what their standards are to propel the relationship forward. I think that makes sense. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that says a lot about this woman and her mindset when it comes to structure. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But to say that a woman should essentially just, since she, okay, well, you want to be my wife, then, propose to me then. And then we'll make it happen. I just don't find the sense in that. I'm going to stop the video right here. You guys know the full video will be in the description box. So you guys can go ahead and watch the exact full video on their page. Tell me your thoughts. Tell me your opinions on this conversation. Tell me what you guys feel, think, all of that. Like, do you think I'm correct? Do you think he's correct? Do you think, like, what do you guys think? I can guess what you guys are going to think, but let me know in the comment section down below. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Give this video a thumbs up. And again, if you're not following me on Instagram, follow my Instagram. It's @RIVAH_JORDL. And thank you guys so much for watching. And I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.